Hi, my name is Danny, and I'm a part of a Life Outside podcast. I'm normally based out of the Pacific Northwest, and I spend a lot of time living and traveling and writing and working out of my Honda CR-V, which I've made super cozy, as you can see here. I really like being in it. It's really my favorite home. This year, I decided to go on the road for a bit. My first stop was the Oregon Badlands National Wilderness, just east of Bend, Oregon on Highway 20. I arrived in the Badlands after 2 nights on the road, and I ended up staying almost a week. It's such a peaceful place. The sunsets and sunrises are mesmerizing. It was a little cold being winter. Let's see, I think the high was probably 45 degrees Fahrenheit, and the low was in the high 20s in the morning. It was pretty cold. I woke up early this morning and washed my hair. It's wet. I get to see. This is what I mean about living a life outside. As I've said before on the podcast, it's wake, walk, write, repeat. It's about living in nature. It's about being the healthiest you can be. It's about using your body. It's about being an artist. It's about living. I settled into my life outside on the road, living out of my car, really quickly this time. Maybe it's because things were so cozy. Maybe it's because everything was so beautiful outside. I don't know, but it just felt like home and like what I was supposed to be doing. It was just mid-January when I started my trip, so things were cold and they were going to get cooler. But I had a lot of comforts at home within my car, and I settled into life and honestly didn't want to leave where I was in Central Oregon, but knew I needed to get going south to go hopefully towards warmer weather eventually. Here's a fun one. Last night I spilled red wine, just a little bit. In fact, I didn't even spill it. It was kind of a reaction of different things that I had set up that I shouldn't have had set up. And it made my not even much wine spill into my sleeping area. Anyway, I washed my pillowcases because I wanted to try to get it out. I didn't want to get it all out. But anyway, they're frozen now. Of course, I knew that would happen. So I have frozen pillowcases. Despite the cold nights, the spilled wine, and the frozen pillowcases, I still really enjoyed this place. I did yoga, I found a place to hang my plant, and I made lots of coffee and had wonderful meals overlooking the hill by the camp where I was staying. Walking through the area, I often found animal tracks. Kind of want to follow. Likely because it was winter, I was one of the few people that was camping in the area. I did see some dog walkers and some joggers, but really it was basically me, the mountains, the animals, the sunrises, the sunsets, and the long meandering roads. High desert roads. But snow was coming, so I had to move along unless I wanted to stay here through the snow. So I said goodbye until next time and headed off to my life outside. Thanks for joining along, and I'll see you at the next one. Outside.